Welcome to the Armchair Adventures Travel Agency, Journeys of the Imagination. I'm head travel agent and host, Connie.
On an armchair adventure, you can go anywhere you like. On an armchair adventure, imaginations fly.
Bonada, afternoon or good evening wherever you're listening from, adventurers. The voices of this episode's special guest adventurers are...
George, Lola, Evie, Freddie, Alexis, Alex, Laken, Jackson.
Hi everyone!
Hi, Connie!
You too can star in an episode of Armchair Adventures as one of our special guest adventurers. All you need to do is ask your grown-up if you can join the Armchair Adventures fan club on Patreon. For more info, simply head to the Armchair Adventures website. That's www.armchair-adventures.co.uk and click on the Adventurer Fan Club page. On an armchair adventure, we can go anywhere we like from the comfort of where we are right now. So they're perfect for everyone, no matter what age you are. Restart call now.
Welcome back, adventurers. Last time we saw you, my community theatre company and I travelled back to the Elizabethan era to gather facts for Connie's essay on William Shakespeare. We landed slap bang in the court of Queen Elizabeth I herself.
Ooh, where are we?
Looks very grand.
Lots of people in fine clothes made of silk.
Gloomy neck! Everybody's in bloomers.
It feels quite royal in here. Almost like we're at the Tudor court.
Excuse me?
Queen Elizabeth I!
Precisely. How dare you walk into my court unannounced? Make yourselves known, or my guards shall make mincemeat of you.
Unfortunately, someone upset Her Majesty, and she sent the guards to cut off our heads. And might I say, Your Queenness, what an honour it is to be here at Shakespearean Court.
What did you just say?
He said it's an honour to be here at Shakespearean Court.
Elizabethan! This is the Elizabethan court! Mine, thou great clots! William Shakespeare is just a silly little playwright, and I am the Queen of England. This time we live in is named after me!
I'm so sorry.
Guards, seize them! Off with their heads!
So we had to go on the run through Elizabethan England to save our lives. There was only one problem. We still had to try and gather the facts about Shakespeare for Connie while we did.
We've hidden in the market already.
And they found us there.
There they are. Seize them!
So we had to set the pigs on them.
Who let these pigs out?
But at least we found out some facts about Shakespeare from the traders.
Then we ran to a tavern.
We thought we'd be safe in there.
And we learnt that Shakespeare made up language we still use today.
Like fair play?
And vanished into thin air.
But they found us again. Stop this wild goose chase at once!
Luckily for us, Chris ate some perpetual stew, a dish that had been boiling for years and years, and it gave him a little bit of wind. And that gave us enough cover to get out of there. So now we're on the run with no idea where to go next.
And my perpetual farts won't hold them for long.
Ooh, that's horrible.
Who's dropped one?
Oh, sorry. Just a little extra recap.
be right behind us.
Where shall we go?
The streets feel so crowded.
All the buildings look upside down. They stick out over the street as they go up.
Like they're closing in on you.
All right, look out below!
Maybe it was to stop people emptying their chamber pots on your heads if you were walking down the street.
Ha! Oh yes, the buildings protect you.
Ooh, that's disgusting. No wonder it smells so bad here.
I thought it was you again, Chris.
Tricky.
Whatever the reason, the street design also creates these little back streets. Quick, down here everyone, before they see us.
Phew, let's have a rest in this side street for a while.
These huge beer barrels make a perfect seat.
Good idea. Let's see what we found out for Connie so far.
Some facts about William Shakespeare himself.
Lots of the language he made up.
That we still use today.
And look here, there's loads of posters for his plays on this wall.
Wow, Macbeth, A Midsummer Night's Dream, Romeo and Juliet, Henry V, Julius Caesar, Twelfth Night.
Yes, he wrote mainly in 3 genres. That means a type of play. Here we see comedy, tragedy, and history plays.
What type of play do you like, adventurers?
I love comedy. Loads of jokes.
I like the ones with big battles and... It's the spooky ones for me.
And the reason Shakespeare's plays are so popular today is that they use something called universal themes.
What's that, Uncle Chris?
It means that the events that happen in the stories still happen to people today, hundreds of years later.
So people can still see themselves and their feelings in his plays.
Oh, like Greed in Macbeth, because he wants to be king himself.
And he won't let anything stop him.
Or love in Romeo and Juliet.
And there's lots of jealousy in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
I relate to that. I was jealous when Louise beat me to the last chocolate bicky.
You snooze, you lose, Gary.
That's right, everyone. And in the history plays, they had a big mix of all the themes. He used real kings like Henry VIII and events like the War of the Roses, but he added his own drama to them.
Oh, my favourite is Henry V. Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heavens of invention.
John!
Sorry,
Quiet, John!
John, we're supposed to be hiding.
Oh, sorry.
The guards will definitely find us now.
Ha! Got you, thou foul cretins! Surrender at once! Never! Seize them!
What are we gonna do? Right, you lot. Tip a big beer barrel on its side and get running on the top.
Like a medieval hamster wheel.
This'll give us some speed.
Ah, it's going so fast.
You two adventurers, pretend you're on top of a barrel, racing away from the guards.
Woohoo!
Eat my dust, guards. This is a little bit scary. Woohoo! Look at us, guards! No. Can't catch us.
Get back here!
This is so much fun.
Look at us go.
See you later, guards.
Eyes front, everyone. We're going to crash into that big round building.
Look out!
Oh, me head.
That was very dramatic.
Where are we?
You won't believe this, gang. We have only just crashed into the Globe Theatre itself. Shakespeare helped to build this theatre and put on lots of his plays here.
Believe it?
It's 3 floors high and round like a Roman amphitheatre with a hole at the top to let the light in. If you were poor, you'd pay a penny to stand on the floor in front of the stage.
You'd get soaked if it was raining.
Tell me about it. But if you could afford better seats, you could sit under cover of the thatched roof on the upper floors. Very swish.
It would have been so busy. Theatre was like the television or even cinema of its day.
And Shakespeare's plays were like the blockbuster movies of the time.
Everyone loved Macbeth because it was so gory and it had witches in it.
In fact, a lot of modern movies use his plays for inspiration.
That's right, Mike. The Lion King is based on Hamlet.
And West Side Story is based on Romeo and Juliet.
I can't believe it, how interesting.
And how lucky that we are getting to see the original building. It burnt down after a cannon effect went wrong in 1613.
But we made a new one in our time that you can visit now. I wonder how different this one is inside.
Maybe we should take a look, because the guards are here. We've got you now. After them.
Oh, heavy burden. Let's withdraw, my lord.
Quick, up here.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
This is the stage. What are we doing? And you've just knocked over Hamlet.
Silence! What on earth do you think you're doing here? That is the question. How dare you interrupt my play?
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Your Highness, please don't say
Oh, not you again. I thought I told my guards to relieve your shoulders of your heads.
Sorry, Your Majesty. They were just extremely quick.
Oh, enough excuses. Just get on with it. You have a captive audience, and we do love a good execution, don't we, everyone?
Right you are, Your Radiance. 2 ticks. I'll just go and find my best axe.
Oh, do hurry it up, or I'll have your head too.
Yes, Your Majesty.
What are we going to do?
I like my head where it is.
How will we get out of this one, Uncle Chris?
Only one thing for it. We're a theatre company, aren't we? It's time to sing for our suppers. Or in this case, our lives.
What are we going to sing about?
No idea. What do you think, adventurers?
What about Shakespeare?
Great idea. Let's sing about all the facts we learnt about Shakespeare on our adventure. That will help Connie out too.
Here it is. My favourite axe.
Little neck.
Your Royal Highness, please, halteth. Give us one chance to entertain thee. I beg, O fairy queen, let us sing for our lives.
What do we think, audience? Very well, but if I do not like it, your heads are on a pike.
Take it away, gang.
Come on, gang. Let's do this.
Are you ready?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Sometimes he wrote about death.
Sometimes he wrote about tragedy.
Sometimes about kings and queens.
Or the green-eyed monster jealousy.
Sometimes he wrote about love. Sometimes he wrote about history.
Sometimes about regret and revenge, or a laugh and a joke, or writing comedy.
And Willie has stories are the basis for many of the stories we tell today. He invented words in his language of verses, words that we now say.
Oh, William Shakespeare, the greatest playwright of all time. Oh, William Shakespeare,
Writing stories of what it's like to be alive.
Uncle Chris.
What are you doing?
Get back here.
please release us, Your Majesty. It's time to end this tragedy. I'll sing and dance and act for you a Shakespeare play on opera 2. Sorry.
And Willie has stories are the basis for many of the stories we tell today. He invented words in his language of verses, words that we now say.
Oh, William
greatest playwright of all time. Oh, William Shakespeare.
Writing stories of what it's like to be alive.
Oh, William Shakespeare, the greatest playwright of all time. Oh, William Shakespeare.
Writing stories of what it's like
to be alive.
Did she like it?
Did anyone like it? The crowd are silent.
They have to wait for the Queen's reaction first.
But she's not saying anything.
Close your eyes, everyone. I think it's curtains for us.
Rest your axes, guards. That was absolutely hilarious. And I do so love hearing about old William. He's my favourite playwright, after all.
We thank you for your kindness, Your Majesty. All's well that ends well.
How did you know my favourite play? I hope you're not a witch.
Not at all, Your Highness. Now we have everything we need for Connie. We'd better say goodbye to our journey of the imagination and get back to reality before I get us into more trouble. Goodbye, adventurers. Goodbye, everyone.
Once more into the beach, dear friends.
Bye. Satar.
That's all from me today, adventurers. But Connie and her customers have even more fun coming up for you soon. Look out for their next adventure wherever you get your podcasts. End call now. Lovely.
On an armchair adventure, you can go anywhere you like. On an armchair adventure, imaginations fly.
You've been listening to a Made by Mortals production, supported by the Arts Council of England. Thank you.